couch, dogs, me, guitar lessons.
Hey, this is Asaf from LickNRiff.com, and it's time for another viewer request. You've asked for various Bob Marley songs, so I've decided to bundle them all and make you a medley. This is fit for both beginners and more advanced players, but first you have to hear how it goes, so I'm gonna play it for you and then we're gonna break it down lick by lick with tabs right here and everything. So, it goes like this. Enjoy. Okay, so we're gonna start with G and end with G because I arranged this into the key of G major, an easy key to play and interpret arrangements on. So we start with this. Okay, the first lick of the intro of Redemption Song. 3 on the E bass string, which is the G bass note, and then 0-2 on the 5th string, 3 on the E bass string again. Pretty simple, right? It's all gonna be pretty simple. And then we take this upper string, upper string musically, down string physically, 3 on the A string, which is the C bass note, and then 2-0 on the D string, 2 on A. Now why 2 on A? Because we're gonna go back to G, and this leads us back into G. And then G, and then 0-2 on the A string again, and then the open D string. And the final lick, 3-2-0 on A, and G. Again, 3 on the E bass string. So, the intro of Redemption Song, 3-0-2-3, then upper string, 3-2-0-2, G again, 3-0-2, D string, 3-2-0 on A, G, right? Okay, how sweet is that? Now add a finger on the second string on the 3rd fret, so you complete this into this type of G chord, if we don't play the E string, of course. If you want to play the E string, add another finger on that, just in case you play it on 3. So you have 3, 3, 3 on the bass, and open G and D strings if you want to harmonize it. So you start with 3 on the 2nd string, and then 3 on the 2nd string again with the G bass note. Okay, so it's... Now, when you play the bass note, you can play the whole chord. And then this. 1, 0, 1 on the 2nd string, and then 3, 3 on the 2nd string again, but this time with E minor. So put E minor on, 3 on the 2nd string, this is E minor 7, and play it. You can play, again, you can play the bass note by itself, or you can play the chord. Okay, so it's G, E minor 7. And then open E string, and then C, a C chord with the open E string. Okay, again, either the chord or the bass note by itself, depending on your taste. 3, 1, 0 on the 2nd string, and then A minor. The melody note is the 2nd string, 1 on the 2nd string, it's inside the chord. And then 3 on the 2nd string again. Open 2nd string with G, 2, 0, 2 on the 3rd string, then E minor, the melody note is the 2nd string, open. Okay, I'm playing the chord just for emphasis, but again, you can do whatever you like. I'm gonna give you more options after we learn this. Now, the final lick of the verse, you put on C, you play the bass note, and then the G string open 3 times. Then 2 on the G string, and then 2 on the G string again with the D string open. So this is D5. Of course, you can put the whole D chord on and play something like this. Okay? If you want, you don't have to. So that's the verse, and you play it twice. G, E minor 7, C, A minor, G, E minor, C, D. You play this twice. Now, the chorus. You're still on D, but you need an open string now. So you play strings 2 and 4, then 3, 0 on the 2nd string, and 2 on the 3rd. And then the open 3rd string with the G bass note. Okay, or with the chord. So it's... Okay, any way you want to play it. And then C, and you play the bass again by itself, then the G string by itself, then the D bass note with 4 on the G string, and then 2 on the G string twice. The second time you play it, you can add the G bass note to it, or you can play the G bass note after it. Or, and then you play the G string open. So it's 2, 2, 0 on the G string, and you can add the bass note whenever you want, with the second A note or between the A and G notes. So it's... Or... Played C by mistake. And then the G string again, then C, and all you have to do is put on the bass note because you need the open 2nd string. with it, and then 3 on the second string, then it's 0 2 0 on the E string with the D bass note. Okay? And then E minor. Any way you want to play it. Okay, so it's let's say you can even strum it if you want. Okay, you can arpeggiate it. You can just play the chord once. Anything goes as long as you're fine with it. Okay? Just be true to your own style. Then the final lick, C again, you play the bass note, and then open G string, then the D string with 4 on the G string, 2 0 on the G string, then G. Okay, you play the bass note, you add the chord in any way you want, and then you repeat it 2 more times. You can also slide into the 4. Okay, you can do whatever you like. You can hammer onto it. Okay, from 2 or even from 0. Do whatever feels right to you. So that's Redemption Song. So let's go over the chorus once again. You're still on D by then. G, C, G, C, D, E minor, C, D, G, and then repeat the Redemption Song line. Okay, and then No Woman, No Cry. The verse starts with this. The G bass note, 3 on the E bass string. Again, starts with G, ends with G. On the second string, 0 3 0. Then it's 3 again on the second string, twice, but with 2 on the E bass string. This is an F sharp bass note, but it's D over F sharp. The chord is D over F sharp, so if you want to play it, add a finger on 2 on the third string, and then you have D over F sharp. Don't play the E string, so it's 3 on the second, 2 on the third, 2 on the bass string, and you can play anything except for the E string. Right? So, okay, D over F sharp. And then 3 3 3 0 on the second string, you start with E minor. And then open third string with the C bass note. 3 on the A string, of course, is the C bass note. And then G again, the bass. And then open second string twice. 1 on the second string with 2 on the E bass string. This is again D over F sharp. Because it's 1 on the second string, we can technically say that it's D7 over F sharp, but let's not get into that. Open second string twice, 2 on the third string, and then E minor again with 2 0 on the third string. And then a C chord arpeggio. Okay? Just a very simple arpeggio, C chord, strings 5 4 3 2. And we repeat everything. So G, D over F sharp. Okay, or without the chord. Just that. And then E minor 7. C. Then G again. D over F sharp. E minor. C. Okay, you can even elaborate on that arpeggio if you want. But keep it simple. This whole arrangement is simple. Just keep it simple. Now for the chorus. We're already at the chorus. So G again, just put a finger on the bass string on 3 and play strings 6, 4, 3. Okay? The reason to play it like this is, okay, so this is the chord, and this, the G string, is the no, because it's no woman, okay? So 6, 4, 3, and then 4, 5 on strings 4 and 5. Okay, this is a D chord head. Okay, kind of like C, just up 2 frets. 4 and 5 on strings 4 and 5 together. Open 3rd string, 4, 2 on the 4th, into E minor. So when you put 2, you can put E minor straight away. So it's from this chord to this chord. From 4 and 5 to 2 and 2. And then, got it? And then an E minor arpeggio, any way you want to play it, and then C. So, okay, any way you want to play it, arpeggiate, block chord, strum even, just as long as it's your style, and you're not trying to impose anything onto your playing. You can also slide into the E minor. Right? Any way you want to do it, you can hammer it on. Okay? Again, as long as it suits your own style. Then G again, just the bass note and the open 2nd string. Then C, and you play strings 2 and 5, open 2nd string, 2 on the 3rd, and then G, the melody note is the open G string. So just the G string with the bass note or with the G chord. Then G again, the bass note, open 2nd string, then 3-0 on the 2nd string. So it's actually, I just complicated it for no reason, 0-3-0 on the 2nd string. And then 1 on the 2nd string with the F sharp note, okay, as your bass note. Again, this is D over F sharp, open 2nd string. So you have E minor arpeggio, E minor on, and you play strings 6, 4, 3, 2, and then C chord or just the bass note with the open G string, then G again, bass note, open 2nd string, and then C, strings 2 and 5, open 2nd string, 2-0 on the 3rd string with G. And that's the chorus. G, D, E minor, C, G, C, G. And of course, every time you have a space to fill, just fill it with an arpeggio. Again, very simple arpeggios work here the best. And then G, D over F sharp, E minor, C, G, C. And then I like to go right away into Buffalo Soldier. It's just a very short lick, 4 times. I mean a short phrase 4 times. It's a phrase comprised of 2 very short licks. You're still on G, so the G bass note with the 2nd string, open 3 times, 2 on the 3rd, open 2nd, and then the bass again. So it's, and you have a space to fill. This time you don't really have to fill it, because then you play the G string twice, Then the C bass note with 0, 0, 1, 0 on the second string, 2 on the third, and then open third string either with the G bass note or right before it. Or, okay? Either the notes are aligned or you play the note and then the bass note. So that's it. It's G. And then C. Back to G. 4 times. That's it. Just G, C, G. And then One Love, again, starts with G, ends with G. G bass note. Bet you didn't see that one coming. And then open second string twice. One Love, and then the G bass note again. Then put on D and play strings 4, 3, 3, 4. Okay, because it's One Love, and you can harmonize with the chord or with the second string on 3. And then this C, you play strings 2 and 5, open second string, 2 on the third. And then G bass note with 0, 2, 0 on the third. Okay? And then the D bass string with 4, 2 on the third string. And open third string with G. So that's the first phrase, G. You can harmonize, of course, with lower strings, and then D. C. D. G. And then, hear the children crying. Okay, so it's 0, 3, 3, 0, 3 on the second string, and with the very last D note, with 3 on the second string, you play G. And then open E string, then One Love, so you play the second string, open, so you get this. Got it? G. Then the same thing with the D chord. We are on G, so with the D chord, 0, 3, 3, 0, 3 on the second string again, but this time with the last D note, you play D. And then 2 on the third string, which is the end of the line and the beginning of One Love, so you play the third string on 2 twice more. So it's then the same lick as before, C, G, D, G, and you play it twice. And you end on G. Or you make your own ending, maybe something like this. But I think it's unnecessary, you can just end on G. But Marley's songs call for simplicity. The message is what's important, not elaborate musicality. So when I say you can elaborate on your playing, anytime you have space to fill, you can arpeggiate the chord. Just look at what I did when I demonstrated at the beginning of the lesson, and you'll get an idea of what you can do. But again, keep it simple. That's why I don't want to overburden you with ideas, because when you make your own arrangement, just play it as you see fit. And just have fun with it. So before you go practice this, subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. There's a ton of lessons already for you to learn, and I upload a new one every couple of days. And in the description you'll find a link to the tabs. Go download the tabs from the website. They're for free, of course, just like everything else on LickNRiff. But if you want to give something back anyway, there's a large blue donation button right above the tabs. You can't miss it. It's huge. And everything goes right back into LickNRiff, into making these lessons, making the arrangements, making the lessons, and filming them, editing them. It all takes time and work. So if you want to help out, I'd be more than grateful for your donation, and I thank you in advance for it. So you go have fun with this, make your own arrangement. If you come up with something spectacular, or if you just want to play it for me, make a video and send me the link. I'd be happy to watch it, and I'd love to see what you've done with it. You go have fun now, and I'll see you the next lesson. Bye for now. Thanks for watching.